threshold pretty quickly. That's all right, you're breathing.
Fuck, it's heating up too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just hot right now. Like all my fingers are just like boiling.
Yeah. Yeah, you can feel that when you work somebody's fingers or hands, and then you know the circulation just improves massively.
It's phenomenal.
Once had a guy, he's like my heaviest student ever. He was like twice my weight, so like 250, 260 kilos, you know?
Yeah.
550 pounds.
Yeah.
Big, he was a big man, you know? And he'd, he could only stay on the table in certain ways, but he had diabetes and everything, and you know. And he said it's throughout the Sydney summer his feet were cold, but after I worked on them, they were like on fire. Yeah, you were supercharged.
I was gonna say through there. That's
like it's all like pushing me off, like hard to even get in through. I'll just have to hold those spots. How's that?
oh.
It's so crunchy.
Oh, fuck that. Oh.
Yeah, that's like.
Oh.
It is an acquired taste. Because some people find it a little bit uncomfortable, you know?
No, like I fucking love it, but it's like it's when it hits that 10.
Oh no, when it hits the 10, it hits the 10. That's it. That's just how it is.
You can't not.
No, you can't. No.
Yeah.
You
can't not react.
I'm the same thing. That's why there's just no point in. Yeah, something clicked. Was that a click?
That was a click in that.
It was a click because
I
felt I heard something.
Yeah.
I felt something. It's getting way better.
Yeah.
Like I just keep coming back to it. You know what I mean?
And is that continuing to loosen from doing the little finger and that as well?
Yeah, and also getting you into a more relaxed frame of mind with your deep breathing and everything. You know, the whole, you know, all this kind of works together in a synchronicity whole kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that feels good doing that. Because I do feel real tight at the bottom. Oh yeah, did you hear that?
Yeah,
that was
I heard
like
that.
Three little micro clicks.
Yeah. I'll come back to that. Just giving you a little finger.
The dreaded little finger.
I'll find a different band. Change is as good as a holiday, as they say.
Yeah. No, it's good to experience this because it's being on the receiving end is making me understand. That's probably a bit too much.
Okay. How about there?
That's maybe a top. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of my fingers like this. I could hardly touch it for a while.
Yeah.
It was just so tight.
Yeah, it's so good to be on the receiving end. Like, so that now that I can understand more of what the client's going through and on how to, you know, because when his spot was just so supercharged and you're like, all right, I'm just going to give that a rest.
Yeah.
Let you chill out, go to another finger, work that, let this finger cool down and then come back.
That's it.
Whereas I probably, you know, without being on the receiving end of it, probably would have been like, oh, I'm just going to need to just continue to try and get this tension out of this finger here.
Yeah.
Without
once you've been on the receiving end, you're like, fuck that.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. Let's change that. I don't like that plan, you know, like push through it. Nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Push through your own fucking thing.
Yeah.
No, it helps.
Yeah.
I always just say, you don't go up against you know what I mean? Like once you hit that, you know, go somewhere else. You can come back to it.
Yeah.
Know? It's not like it's going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And sometimes you actually have to come back to it in a whole other session because it's just too much, you know? Yeah, it's really gnarly through here.
Oh, that. Ah.
Did you do anything to this finger, or just it's just life?
Life, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think holding the phone
Oh
as
yeah.
well, because you like that all the time.
Yeah.
Holding the bottom of your phone,
Yeah.
like, so you can type in that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Whoa. Sorry, I'm not.
Holy
trying to
no, you're
be
not.
rude
No,
here.
no,
I'm
no, you're
interrupting the
not.
conversation, you know.
No, I'm just trying to work on the breath.
Oh
So
yeah. No, I know.
conversation
Hard to
comes
talk.
last. Yeah. It's a priority.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you feel all that crunchy shit through here.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, this is. But as I say, so much better getting it out when you're 32 than waiting until you're in your 50s or 70s or some shit. All these things would just become arthritic, you know?
And then it's like, yeah.
And then it just gets more painful, basically.
Yeah.
So it means that, you know, instead of getting a finger nice and loose in one session, even if you are working on pretty hard, like 10 sessions, you know, because you just constantly, like with a lot of elderly people, I'm just constantly hitting their pain through, you know? Yeah. Hardly doing anything, and it's like out there. Whereas,
see, I feel like if you're just continually doing this, the pain threshold would just continue to get less and less.
Yeah, it will, because also the tension gets less and less, you know? As you get rid of the tension, it doesn't hurt anymore, because it's the tension that's hurting. Yeah. And whatever's, you know, whatever we want to call it, that's creating that tension. Like, why is something tense? It's because of, you know, I just call it energetic imbalance or whatever, but it's, that's just all words, but it's something in there, you know? Which you can feel, like right here.
Yeah. Why is it the outer of the fingers hold more?
I don't know.
Have you noticed that? Oh.
Often like here and here is some of the, but you know, but this is the inner on you. Yeah. Or you know what I mean, and it's pretty bad. And sometimes the inner part of the toe for a lot of people is super bad too. So I don't know exactly why. That's a lot better.
Oh yeah, I can even actually just feel it.
Yeah. A lot better. Not perfect, but hell of a lot. I think I'm going to move up into your hand.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Follow it into your arm and your shoulder, and then I'll get into your foot.
Yeah.
Because I think your toes are kind of like starting to get jealous.
Like a dirty bastard.
They're getting all that attention. Fingers. I want that.
It's emotional.
Like, are you sure you want that?
Oh, I'm not looking forward to the fucking to the feet, mate. Oh, see, there's definitely something
that was
in
a
that
good click.
front.
Yeah.
Oh.
Double clicks.
Yeah. Oh. Fuck. Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's something going on all through there.
Oh. Let's do a bit of work.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
Oh. I had clicked that one, like a bit of a side click on that one once. It kind of hurt, like for a little bit after it. And I was fuck. I was like, I don't know if that was good or bad. You know what I mean? So it's like,
some emotion in here.
Fucking oath, yeah. But I reckon just phone time is probably bad for that little finger.
Yeah, you can feel it. So tight through here. Yeah, I kind of went easy on the little finger. Making me feel sorry for you.
Which doesn't happen often.
Just reminds me of what it's like like you said, like you were talking about, me receiving. It's like, yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
You can't push people beyond what they can handle.
Yeah.
It's just.
Oh.
Yeah, in here.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I feel like sometimes if that prep, just holding it is too much.
Yeah.
Like it's just a lot more better for me to on the receiving end for you to just do the grinding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
Because before that, oh fucking hell, fuck you, Brandon. You cunt.
Yeah. I'll translate that from Australian to, thank you very much, Brandon, for finding and getting rid of my tension.
Yeah. Cut it out and put subtitles in. Yeah, right in there. Fuck.
I was looking at something on Facebook the other day about Australia and how in Australia, if you call somebody a cunt, it's a sign of affection.
Yeah, literally, like, it's like, yeah, cunt.
Yeah, you fucking cunt. Yeah. How are you, cunt?
It's a cunt, guess what?
Yeah.
Like, it's actually like mates.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
whereas in Canada, it's like the.
Oh. Yeah, that's holding right in that. Yeah, on that right, on that out. Yeah, oh.
It's letting go nicely. Get some nice red color in that little finger too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not looking. You need to give your patients a fucking eye mask.
I know. It reminds me, I did get a blood test, the other day just to keep track of my diabetes and find out my blood type. And I was like, fucking didn't want to look,
Yeah.
I'm still a bit squeamish about that. Yeah, it's still crunchy in here.
Oh yeah, but it's a lot better.
A lot better, yeah.
Like, I can tolerate that easy.
Yeah, good.
Like, and so without consistent work, because.
So are you saying without consistent work?
Yeah. Roughly how long do you reckon the grade of tension that we've removed now would kind of last? Without, because I don't have anyone that I can see to do this apart from Fab, but when I asked him to do a full deep, like proper Raynor, he didn't really get into any of this.
Right.
And I paid him. You might want to cut this out if it's going on YouTube in case he's watching it. Obviously, but I don't know if he is doing like the real hardcore needling like this.
Yeah.
You have the tools and stuff, but obviously I'm going to be back down in Victoria at some stage, so I'm not going to be able to see you consistently. So I'm just wondering how,
if we left this.
If we just left this as is, how long? Because it's going on 2 weeks and my knees fucking.
Yeah, well, that was 32 years worth of tension. I don't think we got all of it out, but I think we got out fucking. And I think out of this hand, I'm getting probably 15 years worth of tension out.
Yeah.
So if you leave it another 15 years, it might be just as bad. But that's a long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Because this whole foot and knee and everything,
Yeah. Oh, that was huge. Yeah.
It's just phenomenal. I just cannot believe that this modality is so not fucking mainstream.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I mean, you've got a lot of viewers and subscribers.
Yeah, but nobody in the government or anything ever acknowledges.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're actually against me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
And it makes me kind of wonder what their motivations are.
fuck
You know?
Because I don't want people getting rid of
They don't.
tension.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
I want people.
Because you're not going to be on painkillers if you got rid of your tension. You're not going to be on anti-inflammatories. You're not going to be fucking.
Literally.
You're going to be well. You're not going to be supporting the drug industry.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
saying,
The whole government is like completely. They're completely in bed with the farm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The drug.
Oh, the lobbying that goes on is just phenomenal. You know.
And all the doctors. I mean, they're just. A lot of them are very nice people. I'm not criticizing them as people, but their training is very much about pharmaceuticals, you know, and their approaches, you know what I mean? And,
once the Rockefellers bought them out, it was just game over.
Once what?
The Rockefellers
pretty
much infiltrated back in the 20s or
1850s, 1860s, 1870s. They really destroyed, like they just attempted to really destroy naturopathy in the U.S. And they were the ones that, you know, try and like use the word quacks and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to try and discredit other people. And they actually sometimes I reckon that they probably set up fake healers, right? Who were ridiculous. And then criticize them, you know what I mean? And then they go, "Oh, this is what naturopaths doing. This is what."
Yeah.
And it's not to say, again, not without being extreme. I'm sure there probably were some fake natural, you know what I mean? Bullshit naturopaths. I'm not going to say all naturopaths, you know.
Yeah.
Like, but.
Yeah.
But there's an agenda there because they can control it. You know what I mean? Like the pharmaceutical companies, they patent the medicine.
Literally.
They spend a lot of money to do that, but then they control that drug. You know what I mean? And they charge a lot.
That was
your
wrist.
Yeah.
Fucking
hell. Yeah, it was huge. So, you know what I mean? Like there's a whole agenda.
Yeah.
With a lot of money at stake, you know, huge. I mean, money that you and I would never fucking see in our, you know what I mean? You're talking billions, you're talking probably trillions, actually.
Oh, it's a $1 trillion industry.
It's $1 trillion,
they've infiltrated and been able to overrule everything.
Yeah.
All the lawsuits and everything like that. They just pay it out and then continue to do what they do.
And then they donate to both, like whether it be in Australia or America, they'll donate to both political parties. So then they got their, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're fully
they're covered, you know what I mean? And then whether we get Tweedledum or Tweedledee elected into politics, doesn't matter. The pharmaceutical companies are still covered.
You
know what I mean? They can have their little arguments, but once they're paid for, bought and paid. And I wouldn't even be surprised if it's not just the two major parties in Australia, but some of the minor ones. But I don't know that. But
the TGA is just another fucking Australian bullshit version of the FDA.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon a lot of the fucking herbs and a lot of the supplements and stuff that they do allow are not even at therapeutic doses. And that's the only reason why they allow them. You know, like...
well, all the bullshit around comfrey and seaweed. When I used to work at Macro Whole Foods, this is going back 30 years, we had to package that seaweed was not for human consumption because some idiot had gone on a fucking seaweed fast and you know, like 30 days just eating seaweed and apparently fucking died, or you know what I mean? Something it's like, you know, what about fucking, they don't, you know, ban McDonald's even though there was that show, what was it, Size Me? Size or something, you know? The guy basically, his doctor said, if you keep doing this, you're gonna die. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, that shit is, everybody knows that shit is fucking dangerous, but it's like, you know, one, it was even in Melbourne, they had a McDonald's in the fucking Melbourne hospital.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I mean,
Sorry. Is that too much on that area?
Nah, it's not too much. I'm
Okay.
I'm
just
I'm
breathing,
yeah.
And you know, I went, so with my previous, I call them my previous kids, but my kids from my previous marriage, I should say. One of them was in school up in Gympie, up at Gympie fucking West or some primary school. I go up there one time, he was in like kindergarten or first grade, I forget. And they have they have a water dispenser that's very prominent, you know? And on that water dispenser was a McDonald's logo. So McDonald's pays to have it where the kids are basically, the state is endorsing McDonald's through, because they know that the kids, they call it pester power. McDonald's is like really into like influencing children, you know?
Yeah, well, the Ronald McDonald Children's.
The children's house and the children's playgrounds, but to have it in schools, I mean, a school is supposed to be teaching kids good things, you know what I mean? Like taxpayers are paying for it.
Yeah.
And then they're teaching them that McDonald's is fucking like a good part of life, you know? It's like one of the most environmentally destructive industries. It's cruel to animals. It's fucking, terrible for people's health.
Oh, yeah, you eat Macca's. Well, I haven't touched Macca's for fucking years.
Yeah.
And then before that, it was like 4 years that I didn't touch it.
Yeah.
And then just, And then occasionally if I'm drunk, you know what I mean, and there's nothing open and I'm hungry, like I'll just get some chips and a burger or something. But like, it just runs straight through you. Like it doesn't come out straight away, but I mean, you're hungry within literally like an hour, 2 hours. It's like hollow food.
Yeah.
But it's so, the amount of fat
and sugar
in it, you would think that it would fill you up, but it just doesn't.
No.
It's like eating an aerated, like a honeycomb aerated burger, you know, it's like there's no density to it.
No, that's right. So that's the government. You know what I mean? Like public schools. Like what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? And I'm sure it's not just Australia. And having it at the children's hospital in Melbourne. You know?
So fucking corrupt.
Oh, that's so no wonder they don't.
Yeah, and then imagine how much fucking McDonald's. Imagine how many pies they have their fingers in.
Oh yeah, politicians and
politicians. That even the pharmaceutical industry. Who knows what the fuck's getting put in?
Right. I call them all the disease industries. You've got the fast food industries. Yeah. You got like your Coca-Colas and your fucking bullshit, even your alcohol and tobacco industries, which are all huge, you know.
Yeah.
And then you've got your pharmaceutical industry, which treats a lot of those things, you know. And for some fucking Orwellian kind of reason, they call it all health, the Department of Health. Or do you know what I mean? It's not the Department of Health. They don't give a shit about health.
Yeah.
It's about, keeping people in the disease, like fucking treadmill, you know?
Yeah. It was like my journey. I was like fucking depressed, IBS, in severe gut pain, eating like 6 meals a day, weighing 58 kilos, bone skinny.
Yeah.
Doctors are like, just running like simple bloods and they're like, you're in perfect health. And I'm like, I'm famished, I'm sore, I'm sick, I'm gassy, my gut feels like it's on fire, like I eat and I'm hungry just 24/7, my head's messed up, my bowels are messed up, I'm like shitting bile, you know what I mean? Like, what, you can't do anything for me? You can't run a test for me?
Yeah.
And then I was just like, fuck you, Buster. This was when I was like 22.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck you, Jack. I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
And then just started heavily researching, doing all my own therapies, herbals, antiparasitics, bowel cleansing, colon cleansing, liver flushes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like castor oil flushes, turpentine, buddy. Just went the whole kit and caboodle. Yeah. Turned the whole fucking table. Healed everything. No IBS, no depression, no nothing.
Yeah.
And then I plateaued out because of a mineral imbalance, and then that's what I'm working on at the moment. Right. Like, because the diet that I was on it favoured copper over zinc, which, and I'm not dogmatic against diets. Like, I love, being raw vegan was the most spiritual diet I've ever been on in my life. Like, it was elevated to a whole nother level. Yeah. Like, and I just felt so fucking good. Yeah. But I eat meat now, like, just because part of the diet that I'm on and the mineral balancing protocol that I'm on and following needs meat in it to balance the zinc and the copper and whatnot. And that's where I kind of like plateaued out. But yeah, did fucking everything I could to defy the system and defied the system. And now I'm really ailment free apart from tension. Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah. We're getting rid of that. Yeah. Oh. But it's just a testimony, to fucking, like, they tell you, there's nothing we can do about that. Oh yeah, it's like with diabetes, I tell you. Live with it.
The doctor was trying to fucking tell me, because I had a blood sugar level of 40.6, he was trying to tell me, changing your diet, doing lifestyle can only drop your blood sugar by 2 points at the most. Yeah. You have to be on metformin, you know? Yeah. I dropped it fucking 8 points. Yeah.
And you probably, the longer that you continue, you'd be able to drop it more.
Yeah.
You know, like-
I got it down to 6.2. And then I kind of slacked because I was quite strict in doing everything properly, and then I slackened off. It's going back up to 7.48 and to 8. So I got to like go back and just I'm looking at doing things more like not having carbs so much for dinner, and having my carbs for breakfast and lunch when I exercise, because I'm not exercising after a dinner. I just sort of sit on the computer.
Yeah.
And
they reckon if like fatty, proteiny, more rich meal for brekkie stabilises your blood sugars and stuff for somewhat a day. And because I used to only have fruit for brekkie, even when I started. Yeah, so I would only eat light through the morning. Just to not burden the elimination system of the natural body clock through the morning. But I noticed it would hop me up a little bit, and then I'd be hopped up all day. Like it kind of interfered with my blood sugar levels or my adrenals.
Yeah.
And then once I started eating, like more avo and protein rich, with veggies and stuff for brekkie, I just feel just so much more stable throughout the whole day. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that is just. Oh.
See how it's kind of like now just melting away, Well, only to the percentage that I got out of your fingers.
Yeah.
Then there'll be a bit that doesn't go.
Yeah.
Because it's still anchored.
Yeah.
But it's... there you go. Yeah, my faith in governments has just gone right down. You know what I mean? Like the more older I get, the more I just waste of fucking money.
Yeah.
Force us to pay taxes, but then they don't use the money responsibly.
Yeah.
It's criminal.
Yeah, I'm as anti as they come. I'm anti fucking everything, apart from what's in front of me. You know, and really an anecdote. An anecdote. Anecdote. Personal anecdote to me is way more valuable than some bullshit study that was probably funded by bias.
Well, that's it.
You know what I mean?
Like
in-house.
You know
what I mean?
Yeah.
And the whole idea of a peer-reviewed study is the absolute opposite of what science is. Science is to think out of the box, question things, and not all agree that one thing is the same.
Yeah.
And a peer-reviewed study is just 4 people that got together and said, "Yep, okay, we admit that we agree that this is the same outcome."
Right.
Whereas that defies what science is. Science is the question everything and say, "Hey, well maybe that's not right. Maybe it is different."
Yeah.
And everyone's just hell bent on, is it a peer-reviewed study?
Yeah, I know.
It's funded by pharma.
Yeah. It's kind of like sometimes people ask me, I'll say something and they'll, is that scientifically proven? I'm like, well, fuck, it takes a bit of money to fucking do scientific tests. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What am I? Well, I could easily take a bunch of people with different conditions and prove that, prove that this works.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what I'm going to do more and more.
Yeah.
Just document, you know what I mean, and show that. Start with PTSD for.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do in America, setting up this non-profit thing and.
Oh, fuck me.
Get some soldiers and people.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Fucking hell. Oh.
I got an electric shock through
Did
my...
you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Something that click thing, you know?
Fucking hell. Can I quickly please use the toilet again?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
Go for it.